What if I told you that most of the students are not weak in studies but they are just simply disconnected from learning? What happened to them that they stopped asking questions to us when they used to ask 100 questions in a day about everything? Did their brain become weaker? No, but something else happened. So if we can figure out that what happened to them, I think we can make them fall in love with learning again. Hi everyone, I'm Deeply and welcome back to my YouTube channel. So as I promised to you all that I would make a video on how to make children falling in love with studies again, how to make them curious again, and yeah, here I am making this video. So today we are going to talk about something very important thing that every parent and teacher is always worried about. They think that why do our children always losing interest in studies? They think that why do they get distracted so easily? They think that why do they don't remember what they study? But what they don't think is how can we make our children learning without forcing them to study or sit for hours. And I think that's the biggest point of today's video. So the first reason why children lose interest in studies is because of pressure. Children are usually curious. They always want to know about everything, that why the sky is blue, why the ant is running in a line, why the dog is barking. They are always curious about everything and they will ask you questions about everything. But what happened to them that they stopped asking questions and stopped being curious about studies and starts to get distracted easily. So as they grow up, we always pressurize them by saying that you have to read this, you have to do your homework, you have to get good marks. And slowly their learning becomes a duty to them. And who loves duty? Do we love duty? No. I don't love duty. You don't love duty. Nobody loves duty. Just imagine you are someone's wife or you are someone's mother and you do cooking every day, you do household chores every day. But there's one day that you don't want to do anything on this day. You just want to get free, you just want to go outside and have fun with your friends, or just want to look at the nature and everything. You also don't love the duty that you do for your family. So how can we expect that your children will love this duty for every time? They are the children, they are your baby. They are the beautiful small creature in this world who is so pretty, so cute, and at the same time adorable too. Like whenever I look at a baby, I feel like, oh my god, this is the best thing that has got created in this world. I think that pressurize them into studies will make them lose interest in studies more than creating interest or curiosity. Make them curious about studies, make them have interest about everything around themselves, make them curious about their study books. Just make them. And the second reason is too many distractions. I have noticed one thing in today's kid, and that is they are always into mobile phone. They are always into social media, YouTube shorts, games, this and that, and everything around them is belong to social media. And that's the most important point of losing interest in studies instead of creating new ideas, because it gives them instant rewards, it gives them instant mood boosting, it gives them instant happiness, and children are always fast learner. So our mobile gives them fast things like the reels they watch, the stories they watch, it gives them the first thing. But and compared to the internet, books are usually slow and boring. So obviously they will lose interest when they start reading a book or start doing studies. And I have also watched few children that they watch the videos on YouTube in 2x speed because they like it that way. They like to watch it in fast way. And it's a very dangerous thing for a kid to watch a video in 2x speed. Just imagine if he is watching that video in that kind of speed, and then when they sit with a book, then how will it make them feel? How can it make them excited about studies? It won't. Even if it's for me, I won't be excited about studying after watching a video on 2x speed. Like it happens with me also. Like when I watch too many videos on YouTube or just doom scroll for a whole day, and then the next day when I get to study, I start reading a novel. It feels like too boring, too slow, that I don't want to do it anymore. And most of the time, I used to do this before 2 or 3 years, which is I started sitting with a book, and I used to read that book for like 2 3 page, and then I got bored, and then I started watching videos on YouTube because it gives me instant mood boosting, it gives me instant kind of happiness. So I won't be happy with reading books or novels. So that goes the same way with your children. If you make them sit with the mobile for the whole day, they won't be curious about studying. They will lose interest so much in studies that they have to stop reading books, they have to stop their studies. Their brain starts craving quick entertainment. So I would suggest to all of the mom out there to stop giving mobile phones to their children. I don't want any excuse, I don't want to hear about anything like our children doesn't eat if we don't give them mobile, or our children doesn't sit quietly if we don't give them mobile. You are their mother, you are their parents. So if you can't make them stop hearing the words that has been going on mobile or social media, then how can you make them listen to you? And parents are the most important teacher of our lives. Imagine if your children doesn't listen to yourself, then how can you make them educated, how can you make them a sincere person? So stop giving them mobile phones right now and start giving advices to them. But in this process, don't scold them, don't yell at them, just make them understand by giving sweet words. Just make them understand and stop scolding them. And the third reason is fear of making mistakes. So a lot of children are afraid that if they make mistakes, they will get scolded by their parents or teacher, and they will yell at them. But the real lesson is that the more they make mistakes, the more they will get to learn about life. Imagine if you wouldn't have made mistakes at that phase of your life, then you wouldn't be here. You wouldn't be here about giving advices to other people that you shouldn't do this, you should not go there. You wouldn't do that. You also made mistakes and you learned from it, and that's how life goes. That's the life, and your children needs to understand this. Just let them make mistakes, let them do the things which is not right, let them do everything that they want to do, and help them to learn from their mistakes. That's how they will grow in their life. That's the process of our life journey. So the fourth reason is choose one teaching style for each children. Some children learn by hearing about things, and also some children learn by doing that things. Every children is different, and their process of learning is also different. So if you teach every children in the same way, they will obviously lose interest in studies. So imagine your 5 fingers as your 5 children. So this one loves to eat biryani, this one rice and chili chicken, this one rajma chawal, this one ramen, and this one egg roll. So instead of giving them what they love, you give them dal bhat for every day. So do you think that it will make them loving on food more? Do you think that it will make them curious about foods? No, it won't. It will make them hating on food more. It will make them not wanting food in their life anymore. It will make them afraid of the foods, and that's how they will be stuck in their life. They won't grow in their life. So that's the same way some children loves to learn by seeing, some children loves to learn by hearing, some children loves to learn by doing things. So just understand their patterns of learning and give them the thing that they want. Make them understand in their way and see how will it make them curious, how will it make them interested in studies better. So the main point of this is understand your children, understand that what they want and what they want to do in their life, and teach them in their way. So there are few methods by which you can make your children bring back to studies again. Number one is turn lesson into stories. Children tend to remember stories more than the lesson they get, because when they hear stories, they that just click on their mind and they imagine the things in their brain, and it makes them curious and it makes them question things, and they get interested into learning things. You can just make a history chapter into a simple story. Doesn't matter that it has to be truth, it can be lie, it can be made up, but just give them the story because they want to hear your story. Imagine when we were child, we used to ask to our grandparents that yes, please grandpa, grandma, please tell us stories, please, we want to hear it. And when we used to hear the stories, it used to make us imagine things, it used to make us feel those things, and we still remember those stories that our grandparents or maybe parents told us in our childhood. So that's how you can make your children being curious about studies and make them interested into studies, while make them remember the lesson for a lifelong lesson. Then number 2 is ask questions instead of giving them answers. Answers are usually boring, but when you ask questions, it makes them curious. It makes them to work their brain. They start to thinking and it gets usually entertained. So instead of giving them long boring answers, just ask questions that what do you think about this story, like their opinions also matter. So you should ask that what do you think about it and what did you learn from it. Then number 3 is connect lesson into real life experiences. Math can be taught through shopping. Geography can be taught through the places your children have visited. And also that's the same way science can be taught through the cooking. The more relatable learning becomes, the more it is easy to remember. Number 4 is make learning through games. So there are lots of games in the world about studies, like quizzes and treasure hunt, puzzles, and also memory challenges, and there's also friendly competitors. There's a lot you can make them learn by these games. I think that instead of giving them your mobile phone to play games, it is better to make them get out of your home and play with other children while learning different kinds of games, and which gives them a real life lesson. And number 5 is very important, appreciate their effort, not their marks. As I'm a teacher for like 9 or 10 years, I have noticed one thing in my students, and that is some children learn very fast. Some children tends to remember everything, while some children, no matter how much they try, no matter how much they study, they cannot remember. And it's not their fault, they try. So I think that you should appreciate their effort, not their marks. Appreciate that the way they try, the way they work hard. Appreciate all those things and see that how their mental health improves and how they tends to improve into their studies. Marks doesn't matter, the way they learn matters. Make them grow their confidence before success comes. Children may forget that what we teach them, but they cannot forget how we made them feel while learning things. If studying feels stressful, they will always avoid it. But if learning feels excited, they will always come back to it. When we understand our children's pattern of learning, our children don't just start to studying again, but they start to fall in love with education again. So if you find this video helpful for you, please don't forget to like, comment, share and subscribe to my channel. And also tell me in the comment section that how your study session have gone with your children and your students. I would love to hear about your experiences. So see you in my next video. Thank you. Bye bye.